One last dig in that amazing old ground. Well, welcome to Finding America. It is really great to see you here. Now, this hunt took place on the 4th of July, the very last day of the long holiday weekend, and our very last chance to hit the scraped ground around that old mansion before it was due to be paved into a parking lot the very next day. Well, this time Jason's wife got to join us at this spot, and I met up with them bright and early in the morning, trying to beat the scorching heat that was heading our way. Now, we found some amazing things once again, including one that turned out to be very special to me. Now, we had a blast out there, and I really hope you enjoy watching this one. Well, I'll tell you what, we're here early in the morning. Jason, his wife hiding behind him. And we've got one more shot at this place, I think, before they pave it, which is kind of sad because amazing things are still coming out. And my first good signal is an amazing thing. Look at this. It was actually full of dirt when I pulled it up. And then I popped the dirt, and I walked over to tell Jason about it because it sure seemed like it was silver.
Looks silver to me.
It was ringing really low, though. And that's when Jason's like, I think something's written on the inside. And I think there's a name inscribed. So I'm going to clean it up and see if we can make it out. What a killer piece to start the morning.
Very cool.
Well, got a pretty nice signal right here. Give me a 1718. The thing was just below the surface. And this is what I got. Now, I don't think it's smushed very much. You can see the original shape. It wasn't very wide. But I think there might be something inscribed on this side. Some kind of a container for something. But, yep, that's my technical guess there. But I'm going to get it home and see what that is that's inscribed there. It could be my eyes playing tricks on me, but just wanted to film it in case it was something interesting. Well, I was showing Jason this really cool piece of old china that I found. And I thought, well, maybe you see this really cool thing I dug out of the ground too. I don't know what it is. It was giving me a 1718. I mean, it almost seems like another bracelet, but it's not equal. I don't know. It's odd.
It is odd.
It has two pretty fancy ends to it, but I have no idea. We're just going to have to clean that up later and try to figure it out, but it's old, just like everything here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason was looking at it, and I think he's got it nailed.
I think this is the handle off a cup with the. This would be attached to the side of the cup, and this would be rolled up this way.
Yeah, that makes sense why it's thicker at the top.
Yeah, it makes it thicker at the top.
Sometimes you just have to look at it from a different angle.
Yep.
Yep, that's exactly. Probably an aluminum cup too.
Probably.
Although, I don't know. Aluminum would make it 20s, 30s, right around there. But that's pretty cool. Neat piece. And not a mystery item anymore.
No.
I got an 18. It was about 3-4 inches down. And it looks like I might have an Indian right there.
Looking good so far, isn't it?
Yeah, boy. Oh, they're so crusty at this place. Oh yeah, I can see the headdress. It's crusty though. Yeah, these, what I'll do with these is put it in boiling hydrogen peroxide for about 20 seconds at a time. Oh no, it's not an Indian. Look at that, it's an old, I think it's a Lincoln. I think I see us. That was a low ringing Lincoln, I'll tell you that. Let me see. Well,
I think that's an Indian.
That's hard to tell, but we'll get it cleaned up and find out when I get home, because this toothpick's having no effect on it. Well, Jason's just working the same line here, and it looks like he has some kind of pendant, huh?
It looks like it.
We don't want to mess with it too much. It looks a little fragile, but
got a couple of hooks on the front here. I don't know if something
that's a strange
went in it, but
I don't know. That's a weird one.
Yeah.
I was like, it looks like a football.
Yeah.
It might be. Who knows?
Yeah.
But very cool. We'll put it in the fragile box and clean it up later.
Yep.
Now this thing was giving me an 11, very tiny little target, dug down a few inches and got this, and I thought it might be the corner of an old buckle, but it's pretty thin, and I'm actually going to kind of lay odds that it was a frame to an old tintype photo. And it's pretty ornate and really pretty little piece, so it could have been a pin or a brooch or something, but I think the picture frame piece is my best guess. Well, we have another mystery solved this week, thanks to all of you watching a couple weeks ago. Now, we didn't actually solve the official mystery item from that video, but we did solve the mystery to another very unusual mystery item that I found in the video that I called A Little Off the Top. Well, I tell you, that little piece definitely had me puzzled, but thanks to Dave Parnell, who was watching the episode and let me know that that little piece with the acorn on the end of it was actually an atomizer to a very old perfume bottle. So a huge thank you goes out to Dave Parnell for helping make this mystery find a mystery solved. Well, I tell you, you know you're on an old site when you're going over this nice smooth scrape and look at this early china.
Beautiful early china.
In a million pieces now, but
Yeah.
that's pretty cool though. I just had to show you that, and I love the old china. Well, I'll tell you what, Kim got a nice little find here, and she brought it over. She wasn't quite sure what it was, but she does now.
Yep.
Yep. That's an old parasol slide, and that's pretty cool. Is that your first one?
Yep, that's my first one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you know you're in a good old site when you find these.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be late 1800s, early 1900s. So, very cool. Happy to. You got that one off your little bucket list there.
Yes, for sure. Thank you.
Well, it took me a long time to get down here, but it's giving me a 29 to 32 signal, and I really think I'm onto something kind of fancy, but yeah, it's definitely big. I was hoping belt plate, but furniture plate be all right. I don't even want to pry on it yet. Well, it's not as big as I thought. Oh, it's so difficult to dig. Yeah, it's still under here. Oh, look here. You can see the keyhole.
Mm-hmm.
Look how pretty that is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Looks like...
Hopefully you can see it in the camera, because I can't see it.
I know. Yeah, it's definitely... The sunshine is definitely bright right now. Lord. That is in there. And it is thin too. Okay, maybe that'll get it. We've got this one finally free, I think. It's actually really heavy. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh my goodness, that is absolutely gorgeous.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
I think it is a drawer pull.
A drawer pull.
Yeah, I think the handle went right through here. So that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I'll definitely take that. Wow, that was deep, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a bear getting down to that one.
About
like
an inch deep.
Independent Lock Company.
That's very cool.
Kind of a neat old key.
Yeah.
Got some fancy on the top of it.
Yeah. Well, it's probably going to be 30s era.
Yep.
Could be a little bit earlier, but we'll get it cleaned up and get you a better look at it. Now Jason's over there using his CTX 3030 again, and I'm just over here running a line next time. Got a nice banging 16 signal, and check out what popped out.
That's a beautiful knife.
Not too shabby. And it's definitely an oldie, but pretty cool. And just had to show you that one. It looks like it's got original bone handles to it, so
yeah, very cool.
Very nice. I'll take it. Now this old mansion has a very interesting history behind it. It was built in 1925 by a man who owned the largest bank in town and who just happened to be the mayor. Well, this beautiful home was a showcase, and I can only imagine how much of his heart and soul he put into building this old home. Unfortunately, he didn't get to enjoy it for very long before the stock market crash and the Great Depression swept all across the country. Well, sadly, he lost everything in that crash, and he just couldn't afford to keep that mansion. So he got together with the Hale brothers, who happened to own a really nice wood frame house just down the street. They decided to go ahead and trade houses, and William C. Hale moved in with his family to take over residence in that home, a home that eventually became known as the Hale House. Well, I've been hunting this beautiful mansion for the past few years, and although we've made some amazing finds at this place, I've never found anything that I could directly relate to the family that once lived in that home. Well, until now. You might recall the silver bracelet that I found earlier in this hunt, and I mentioned that it had a name inscribed in it. Yep, the name inside that bracelet was William C. Hale. And I'm currently in the process of returning it back to the family who once owned and lived in that beautiful house for nearly a century. Jason came walking up with a weird one.
That was attached.
Yeah, kind of a little push lever.
Yeah, and there is some range of motion there, but it's basically folded up around.
Yeah, it's got a round opening there. No idea on that one. We'll just soak it and maybe we'll get lucky.
See what it does, yeah.
Yeah, definitely old, definitely unusual.
Yep.
Well, it's got a nice 13 signal, and I popped all the dirt out, and sitting right there all proud in the middle of the hole is a beautiful pistol ball.
That's nice.
Yep. Looks like it was fired,
yeah.
But it hit something soft. So, cool piece. Well, Jason got something interesting. What do you got there, man?
That's a first for me. It's a little bitty thimble.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's damaged up at the top, but
that's definitely an older one.
Still a first for me.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's a nice little find. Well, I was getting an 18 and just popped the dirt and I got a green penny. So
It's coin guy today.
here we go again. See what kind of penny I might have. Wow, see the crust on that? It's just so... It'll come off, but out here, it's another story. But I do think I have an Indian. The coin's a little bent, but... that's one we're just going to have to wait on. But I really do think it's an Indian.
Yeah,
I think I can see the bottom of the bust.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, very cool. Well, Kim just found something kind of unusual. Really old, because look at the patina on the outer metal part, but it's a plastic 4-hole button in the center. It's giving me like 11 or 12.
Oh, yep. 11. Yep.
So that's pretty unusual. I've never seen a metal and plastic button.
Yet.
So that's a neat little find. Well, I'm on this big dirt mound they built up right behind the mansion, and I was getting an 11, and I got a pretty cool old button, a little gold tone with a flower design on it. So that's pretty cool. Just thought I'd film that and show you that one. Well, I'm just detecting the sidewalls of this big mound of dirt here. Got a 1718 signal down here, and I thought it was at first just some twisted metal, but no, it is something very cool. Check this out. It's an antler from some kind of figurine. Very cool. That must have been a pretty impressive piece for an antler on a buck. That is so cool. I'll tell you, you never know what you're going to find when you're digging it all. Well, I was getting a really nice fat banging 16 signal. Dug down, well, chipped down about 4 inches. It's really, this is where all the heavy equipment runs back and forth here. This is the hardest ground ever. And look what I managed to chip out. Something big, round, and green. Now, it could be Bazinga, I don't know, but I thought I'd pop it and hopefully, oh, it's a brooch. Look at the stone.
Yeah,
can you see the stones glinting?
It looks like it. Oh yeah, I see.
Right here.
Yep.
Wow.
This is a brooch.
Yeah.
Let me just chip a little. Oh my gosh, this thing's going to be pretty. Look at that black. We have found some amazing jewelry here.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Clean up fantastic.
I don't want to do much more because I don't want to lose any of the stones, but it is an absolutely
you can
gorgeous.
see the attachment stuff there.
Is that not crazy?
That's very cool.
That's gonna be
That's
pretty.
awesome.
Oh, just they're shining in the sunlight.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, I just had to come back. I lightly cleaned it, and it has every single stone. Look at the blues. Well, of course they're rhinestones, but and look at the open design on it.
Yeah.
But look here.
That's super cool.
This is actually a belt buckle. This would have been a very thin belt that went through here, and then this is the hook. So that is amazing. Could have
cool.
just absolutely awesome. That's going to be a Victorian era. So just had to come back and let you see this one. Well, I had an absolute blast out there hunting with Jason and his wife Kim, and I can't wait to do that again. And I will also be sure to give you updates on how the return of that awesome little bracelet is going too. And now here's one more look at all the things that we found in this episode, all laid out together. Well, there's nothing I love more than looking at old photographs that show us what life was like for Americans so long ago. And I have some spectacular ones coming up right now. And remember, it's history that makes a find a treasure. And I can't wait to see you back here next week on Finding America.